today, I just don't want you to miss something really important. If you've been around Mission for a while, at least this last year, we've been talking intermittently about our vision to be an irresistible church for our next door neighbor and the next generation. We believe our legacy, the legacy of this church, the legacy of this body, this group of people, will be how we impact those who are around us and more specifically, those who come behind us. We want to hand off the baton to the next generation. We want to hand off the church to the next generation better than we found it. In this service alone, I saw a little girl, Erin, being baptized today. And most of you don't know is the little group of kids that came scurrying in here. We're sitting over here in the front row, led by Mike and Sandy Smith, who serve faithfully week after week after week. I get a front row seat. My daughters in this group, they came in to celebrate with Erin, to celebrate her baptism today with her, to celebrate a life change that's happened to her. A 15-year-old teenager in the midst of a world that's fighting for her identity in so many different ways. She came today to publicly say, I want to profess my faith in Jesus. I want to identify myself with Jesus more than anything else in life. Do you know what it's like for a 15-year-old to come and stand in front of her peers, in front of a group like this with her grandfather and profess that? It's extraordinary. It's awesome. I hope she's listening. I hope she's listening backstage and she hears how proud of her we are. And then, gosh, this is the one that got me. A dad, Josh, who came and humbly said today, I didn't really want to be in. I came reluctantly. I would just show up. And then my kids started learning. My kids started asking questions. And because of the next generation that were being invested in him in week after week after week, here, this place, they began to ask questions. They let a dad who leads his family to be all in for Jesus. Here's what you need to know. We just scratched the surface. The way to reach our community, the way to lead people to find true, full, we're gonna talk about this in a minute, thriving life in Jesus is as we impact the next generation. We're gonna go deep with the next generation. We need to. I was just up at student camp this weekend pouring into some of our high school students because I believe in this personally and truthfully, I'm exhausted this morning. We finished our session Friday night at like midnight. I took 2 of my kids with me, got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to a soccer tournament, take my son to be present with him all day at a soccer tournament. I'm exhausted, but here's the thing, it's worth it. It's worth investing and pouring into the next generation. And so we're not only gonna talk about how to be present with them and invest in them over the coming weeks. I wanna celebrate that today because I wanna just take time, and I'm giving away sermon minutes for a second, because this is more important. What we're investing in has eternal value. It's gonna go far beyond all of our lives. And you may not be leading in one of our environments for the next generation, but you could be, and you should be, because you're further ahead of them, and whatever's in your cup, you can pour to them. Mike and Sandy don't have all the answers. They'll be the first ones to tell you that. But here's what they do every single week. They come with what's in their cup, and they decide to pour out what's in their cup into the cup of a bunch of kids that God's entrusted to them. I'm so grateful for those of you who do that, who serve on a regular basis. I know many of you come to church at 9, you go serve at 10:30, and I'm grateful for that. I think that should be common. That's what we should all do. We should all attend one and serve one and pour into the next generation, because we have an opportunity. They're showing up here in droves. We have an opportunity to serve them and invest deeply into them. So I just want to celebrate that today. And I just want to say, those of you who also you give unto this church on a regular basis, you're helping us create those sort of environments that really is changing the lives of the next generation. And I'm really, really grateful for your participation and partnership.